Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with the Home Run Derby from my franchise mode. So this is going to be very different than the 2012 Home Run Derby, the real one, but this will be kind of fun. Now we do have Prince Fielder starting off for us here. You can see 24 home runs on the year, doing a phenomenal job. I'm pretty excited to have him here, as well as Mark Teixeira from the Yankees. He's had 21 so far this year. And then we've got David Ortiz, Big Papi, of course, should be here since he's had a lot of pop in that bat this year as well. And a lot of other years prior to that as well. So he's one of those guys you're definitely excited to see. And then Mark Reynolds is going to be in this as well. He's at 20 on the year. Was expecting somebody else besides Reynolds to make it to this point, but I'm glad that he's here. I'm kind of glad to see him be able to make it. Jerry Sands going to start it off here for the National League. And then we've got Ryan Howard, who has also hit 24 home runs, just like Prince Fielder has. So these two guys have been hitting a lot of long balls. It's been helping both our teams here. Michael Morse at 22 is going to be third for the National League. And then to round it all off, we have got Matt Kemp. Now, for those of you who are big Matt Kemp fans, you guys didn't get a chance to be able to see him here in the video that I did for the 2012 All-Star game because 2K Sports recognized that he was injured and wouldn't let me play as him. So because he is not injured in the franchise, we can go ahead and have him be able to participate in this. All right, so we do have Prince Fielder starting this off here for the American League. Now, Prince Fielder, I've got a lot of high hopes for him, and to be honest, I'm secretly hoping that he is winning, or that he will win this at the end of the day, because my franchise is the Detroit Tigers. Since Prince Fielder plays for the Detroit Tigers, I've been able to get a lot of hits with him here, and I just think it'd be kind of cool since as you kind of play franchise mode, I hope this doesn't sound weird in any way, but you really do grow attached to the team, even if you're not a big fan of the team. Like, for example, me, going into this, I was not a big Detroit Tigers fan, but I'm like, you know what, they made a lot of changes. This team looks good on paper. I think I got a good chance to be able to do some good with them here. And then, I've gotten more accustomed to being able to play as the Tigers, and then they've just grown on me here as well. So having somebody from the Tigers be able to win, I think that'd be something to be done. So we'll see if Prince Fielder wins it. Now this home run derby is going to be a little bit more traditional. You have 10 outs, 1 at bat. It's not like the one that I did earlier here with the 2012 rosters here for the American League and the National League and the home run derby, where they would go 3 outs, they would get a break, then go 3 outs again. So this will be very different here. We'll see a little bit more realistic types of home runs here, and especially the count at the end. Now, Big Papi up now, doing a great job. The thing with Big Papi is I know that I have to get my streak going on very, very early. David Ortiz is one of those guys I know can go a distance here in this, and I think he'll definitely put up a fight, maybe even make it to the finals, but we'll see how this one goes here as he's continuing to just hit these bombs, setting the example here for everybody else in this home run derby. But once he goes ahead and he gets 1 out, I think that's going to put him down here for the rest of it. Because, and this is kind of holding true for everybody, as soon as I get 1 out, the guy's basically done. I mean, every once in a while you'll see somebody who can jack a few more bombs after getting 1 out or something like that. But after 2 outs, no, these guys are done. So for something like this, I'm going to go ahead and, of course, cut this out because the original one that I did here for the 2012 rosters, that one took me an hour and a half to be able to play it. This one took me an hour, which was a surprise. Well, I take that back. It was like 45 minutes because I had like a 15-minute break in the video here. But still, it takes you quite a while to have to go through and edit out. So at least I'll be able to get the outs taken out of here because I'm sure you guys don't want to see a whole bunch of pop flies, line drives that don't go over the wall or anything like that. But now, like I said in the video here with the 2012 rosters, I mean, this is a good chance anytime you hit the All-Star game to be able to talk about what's been going well, surprises that you've had, things like that. Now, what I've been surprised with is the Detroit Tigers have the best record in all of baseball right now. We're just doing a phenomenal job. And it was something that I was expecting here, like I mentioned earlier. When I chose the Detroit Tigers, I knew that these guys had some potential. And when you take a look at them on paper, definitely the best team in the AL Central. But the AL Central, just as a whole, has been doing just a great job. And all of these teams have been putting together a lot of talent, or have been putting a lot of talent out on the field. Hasn't been paying off for everybody, though. You have the Indians and the Twins. Both of them are sitting about 20 games behind first place right now. You've got me on top. Then you have the White Sox, which I believe are 3 games behind me. And then I've got the Royals, who are 5 games. So it still is pretty close here at the top of the AL Central, don't get me wrong. And I was absolutely surprised just how polarized it was. I mean, you're either doing really, really good or you're doing really, really poor. But, you know, second half of the season, a lot of things change. I mean, you could very well see a team just have a great first half, and then after the All-Star break, they just go ahead and drop down and start losing just a whole bunch of games. So we may see that happen with me. We may see that happening with some of the other teams as well in the AL Central. Just things kind of get mixed up all around. Definitely possible, but I don't see the Twins ending up on top. That's for sure. You know, I don't like being able to say that or anything like that, but when you take a look, you know, if you're down this far here at this point, it's going to be very, very, very tough, if not impossible, to be able to come back here. But I don't know. Stranger things have happened in baseball, I guess. So shouldn't rest on my laurels or anything. I should be prepared for it. I want to be able to hit the postseason. I'm definitely on track to be able to do that right now. And you know, the whole reason why has just been our hitting. I mean, you got. Well, I take that back. I shouldn't say the only reason, because our pitching has been just phenomenal. I've got 3 of my starting pitchers here in the All-Star game. I've got Justin Verlander, Doug Fister, Chris Carpenter. So, I mean, obviously my pitchers are doing well here. I've got 3 out of my 5 here in the All-Star game. Oswalt didn't make it, which I was kind of okay with, because his record's been mediocre. In the games that I do pitch with him, it's kind of off and on as to whether or not he's going to be somebody that is going to come out and have a good game, or is he going to be somebody that's just going to let a whole bunch of runs and hits go. And in a lot of the games that I've been playing with him lately, it's been the latter, but I don't know. We'll see if that kind of turns around too. All right, so you can see Matt Kemp up now, just getting some home runs. It's kind of good. But the thing is, you guys, we'll get to the end of the round here real quick. Prince Fielder ends up making it here, as well as Jerry Sands, Matt Kemp, David Ortiz. Now you can see Morse didn't make it, and everybody else missed it by 1 home run. So it's been pretty even across the board. I mean, we go a range from 11 to 9. So that's kind of tough for those guys who didn't make it. I mean, just 1 home run could have put them in it. 2, of course, would have solidified it. That's all right. All right, so like I was going to say, I apologize that this video here is going to look a little bit different here than some of the other ones that I do. There was just some crazy technical difficulties going on and taking place during the move and everything, so I had to go through and reprocess this through another application that I have to be able to make videos. And along the way, it looks like it got a little pixelated. I had to do some different transitions as well, because with Premiere Pro, and that's what I was using here to actually edit the video, it's very, very different than what I typically use. And so I just saw, this fade, we can go ahead and use that. And I don't care too much, because transitions aren't really so much as, aren't as important as getting the video up for you guys to be able to watch. So, all right, now since we are here in the second half, or the second round, excuse me, of the home run derby, you're going to see that their home runs are going to be tallied on from what they had in the first round. So if we were looking at a wider margin, I would say that this is important. But since we're looking at, everybody being at 10 or 11 home runs, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But somebody is going to have to get disqualified, or not just get disqualified, get kicked out after this. And we'll see what ends up happening. Sorry, guys. Last 3 days I haven't done any videos here because of the moving. That tells you get pretty rusty pretty quick if you don't do commentary. So 3 days without it, I made some mistakes. Anyway, Prince Fielder up now. Like I said earlier, the guy who I'm secretly going for to be able to win this all. He actually did win the real All-Star Home Run Derby. And he became the second player in the history of Major League Baseball to win the home run derby in both leagues. The last and only person to do it here before Prince Fielder was Ken Griffey Jr. So that's definitely some history here that took place during the All-Star game. That's kind of cool. I do like the little historical bits of baseball. I think it's pretty cool. And, you got a lot of interesting things that take place, unprecedented, and just stuff that you never thought would ever happen. But anyway, David Ortiz, now Big Papi hitting one long, and this is the guy who I think has had the best time so far in this home run derby. Like, looking at his hits, I mean, right there, he gets the longest home run that we've seen in this round, 496 feet. And knowing Big Papi, he could probably break that here in just a little bit. But it seems like that with his home runs, he can go at a lower energy point, which is that bar up at the top. When you hit a home run, you lose energy. You get an out, you lose energy still, but you lose a lot more. So you want to keep hitting home runs. That streak is what's important. But with Big Papi, it seems like he can lose a lot more of that bar than everybody else and still be able to hit home runs. So that's giving him an advantage. So here we are in the final round. We did see things get spaced out a little bit here, but Big Papi and Prince Fielder both at 22 are going to be going into the final round. So what we do know at this point is we're going to have somebody from the American League that is going to be winning. So this is going to be tough because these two guys are just absolutely phenomenal with their home run abilities. So we're going to take a look here. We're going to watch this more in depth since this is the final round. We're going to see how this ends up. Both of these guys, like I said, have just phenomenal power. And this really could go either way. Even though I am rooting for Prince Fielder and I do want him to win just from a franchise perspective, you know, I'm going to be fair about this. I mean, I want Big Papi to be able to win it too because, you know, I'm a big fan of Big Papi. He's done so much for the Red Sox. He deserves to be able to win this as well. So both of these guys I'm pulling for, but only one of them can win. Now, since we are in the final round here as well, both players have their home run count reset. So this is for all the marbles right here, you guys. Not too often that I get a chance to be able to say that, but this one really is it. The trophy, the bragging rights, everything like that. So Prince Fielder here with a 7 home run streak. This is going to make it 8. And with as much home run derby as I've been doing lately, not just with the franchise here, but also with the 2012 rosters, I've gotten pretty good at being able to hit these home runs and being able to choose where they end up going here. But I kind of like mixing it up here. Now this one was a little bit bad because I kind of went opposite field. You got to be careful with that though. But 11 home runs now for Prince Fielder. Still has not gotten one out yet. So this has been a tremendous at-bat. There is number 12 for him. So this is tying my personal record for the longest streak of home runs. Now that one's going to be out number 1, and I think we're just going to be looking at outs here for Prince Fielder since I've gotten that one. Yep, there's another one. You can see that that energy bar does drop a lot more when you hit an out as opposed to a home run. Swinging and missing, those ones are embarrassing, but what I'm trying to do right there is see if I can pull it right down the line and get one more. All right, so Big Papi is up now. He's got to get 12 home runs or more in this one. Anything less, I mean, if he gets 11 or less, you know, he's out. So if it ties, though, I haven't thought about that. I mean, do they go into another round or coin toss? I have no idea. But 12's the record here for me. It's going to be really tough for Big Papi to be able to tie that record as well. But we'll see if he can do it here. I mean, there's home run number 4. He's a third of the way there. Number 5 for him as this one goes deep into center field. Papi definitely bringing the bat today. Of course, if you're going to be making it in the finals of the home run derby, you've been bringing your bat. Because these guys definitely deserve to be in the home run derby. All of the guys actually who have participated, not just in real life, but also in this franchise as well, definitely deserve to be where they're at. There's home run number 8. So So Big Poppy still going strong here at this point. Number 9, this one going into left field. Ooh, so 2 big lefties duking it out here in the final round. There's number 10 for Ortiz. 2 home runs away from tying it. That one's going deep. Now he is 1 home run away from tying it. Oh, he does tie it. That's going to be 12 home runs in a row, tying the record with Prince Fielder. No outs. Oh, now he goes foul. I got to try and see if I can get a home run, but it's going to be so tough here with energy this low. Up, number 2. Shoot. It's got to be some kind of miracle here, something that is completely unprecedented, because I've never gotten a home run with this low of energy. And I don't think I'll be able to get it necessarily again, but at the same time, I don't think that they would make you go down this far here if there wasn't some slim chance of you being able to hit a home run. Number 5. I mean, I'm hitting the ball well, don't get me wrong, but try and pull it to the left side, to the right side. I get it kind of to go down the line. Swing and miss right there, but can't get anything to go over this wall. I'm kind of wondering, though, if we were playing at another ballpark, if this would matter at all. There's 8. And since I'm this low, I don't think you're going to be making it here. I think this is going to end up in a tie. Yep. Last pitch. We will see what happens right here. Is Poppy swings at it, but that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. One hops over to the wall. All right, so Big Poppy here tying the record as well. But Prince Fielder wins? I mean, heck, don't get me wrong, I'll take it, but why does he win? I mean, when you look at it, David Ortiz had, you know, had a longer home run. I'm wondering if Prince Fielder just had more home runs overall. That might have been the case then, but I don't know. But anyway, that's all right. Prince Fielder wins. That's what matters. So when it comes down to the franchise's home run derby, the franchise player wins. So I'm happy about that. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll be sure to put up the All-Star game from the franchise here tomorrow. So I really do appreciate you guys watching, though. I thank you so much. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. You guys know you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, if you guys want to kind of know what's going on. But again, thank you so much for watching. And as always, guys, I hope you have a good one.